Hello and welcome to James Hennon Tarot. Today I'm making the video for the Tower card in reverse position, and this of course is number 16 of the Major Arcana, and again this is the Rider-Waite pack that we're using. But before we dive into the reverse meaning, just a very quick refresh on the upright meaning. So in an upright position, it does generally tend to mean that there is a need for redirection within one's life, that there are some difficult challenges around that might be a little bit disruptive, but they are in fact called for, because the foundations of your life may have been built on not on the strongest of foundations, and whatever it is, whether it's a job situation, a lifestyle situation, or a relationship or marriage, it wasn't really as strong or as healthy or as productive as you first thought. And this is a card really of the universe. I always think this is of the universe coming in to redirect you and put you in a more positive direction and help you to rebuild. So although it's unpleasant, it is about facing the challenges and restrictions and difficulties that you have within your life, and actually doing that, as to maybe in the past you'd previously avoided or put these off, but you're now in a position where you've got to do something about it. You're called to do it. You can't really avoid it, and it obviously stands for quick and swift changes, but changes that, although disruptive initially, will be very beneficial for you, because they will bring the necessary redirection or the rebuilding of stronger foundations. Now, when we turn the card into reverse, now this can talk about basically in a more positive, I'll do the more positive version first. The more positive version can denote avoiding a potential disaster or potential problem, and being able to sidestep it, and the fact that it might not be quite as bad as first thought, and it can be sorted out quite quickly, and a lot of the dangers or challenges or problems can be averted quite quickly. Now that's the more positive meaning of the card. The other meaning of the card can stand for the fact that maybe the person hasn't accepted the truth about a situation and has tried to avoid it, or is just trying to avoid taking some actions that are very much necessary to take, and they're probably stalling for time because they're not particularly ready to embrace what needs to be done to improve the situation. So they could be basically delaying the inevitable and avoiding facing up to responsibility, or it can mean, as I said, the first meaning is averting disaster. But initially, this can't be a long-term solution, because the long-term solution is that there is a need for redirection. So in a reverse position, it's not a particularly positive card, but it's normally a card of initial avoidance and delaying, what I would think. But it depends upon the cards that are around it in the spread, of course. If it's around mainly positive cards, then it would probably mean that the person just needs a little bit more time to get themselves together, or and embrace what they've got to do, or that the situation isn't quite as bad as first thought, and a lot of the problems can be navigated and got through and overcome very easily, or easier than first thought. So it can denote obviously averting a disaster. So it's either going to be averting a disaster or pretty much delaying the inevitable changes that need to happen. But in the long term, they're going to have to happen anyway, because there is a need for redirection to some degree at least, whether it's major or minor. So that's the Tower card in reverse. I hope you've enjoyed the meaning. Of course, there are many other meanings to these cards, and please don't sort of get despondent, because there is a lot more that you can add to this, and if you do more research. But obviously, I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want to give you a feel of the card, so then you can in time add your own meaning. So just use your intuition when you're reading these cards, obviously, because that's what I always like to suggest to people when they're doing these readings. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, and feel free to drop a comment below in the comments section if you found it helpful in any way. And if you haven't already subscribed to James Hennon, please feel free to do so if you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on here. Until next time, thank you very much for watching as always. Bye bye.